everybody there, or just anybody in general?
Well, it's not every day that people do this for us. It's not so much for us. It's for who we serve. I mean, not to put them out, but the gentleman right there, James, you shouldn't. No person that serves their country should ever be homeless. And we find them all the time, and we find them in very difficult situations. We find them living in places that would make you believe that it was a third world country, but it's the United States where we're finding them, under freeways, under bridges. It's just bad. So what we do is we get them off the streets in places that the VA won't go and a lot of people won't go. And when we go get them, getting them off the streets is the easy part. Like I was explaining to Adam. Then you got to build them up. You got to be able to put them in school or give them the resources that they need. So this is a blessing to us because on this Tuesday we're going to go look at another home that we're going to put in more vets in. Every time we put a vet in, it's a minimum of $500 to put them in. And we'll never tell these guys no. Like when we had to pick up James, that was 336 miles round trip, but it was worth every mile and many, many hours. But we do not like to tell people no. So like if Adam was to come up to us and let's just say he was a homeless vet, we would always tell him yes. We would put him in a house and then we worry about raising the money. And this came at a perfect time. I can't even begin to tell you. It's a new month. Obviously, we got to get creative. James just came and told me that they need blankets and they need some pillows and all that in the house. So we're going to buy that for them right away. This is where this money goes. Not one of us gets paid $1 to do this. We didn't do this for the money. We did it because there's a need. We're not going to wait for the government. We're not going to wait for the VA to do it. We're going to do it ourselves. And here's another veteran who served in the Air Force that got together along with his family and said, you know what, I watch this guy's Facebook, I see the pictures they put, let's step in and do something. So when we got here, we found out how much these guys raised collectively with a lot of people that got together for the cause. I'm telling you, it feels good. It feels good because it's all about solutions. It's all about being able to have that. So anyways, I'm an Iraq vet. I served in Iraq. James served in Iraq as well. We have Afghanistan veterans. We have 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds. We have females with a baby. Imagine being a 21-year-old female with a 3-month-old child homeless. That's unacceptable. But we fix that stuff. And we're going to continue to do it. So as long as guys like you guys keep stepping up, we're going to continue. Adam's already, and you guys are already talking about next year. I'm telling you. So in any case, thanks, bro. I really appreciate it, man. I thank everybody that really got involved, genuinely. We're gonna turn around and post the pictures, and we're gonna show you guys exactly how this money's used. Never for us. It's ever about. It's who we serve. So James, you want to say anything? Or he's one of our guys that we helped out. Come on over here, James. James is.
I hate the spotlight.
But we brought James because he's the real deal. This is what they look like. It used to be where people, when they thought about homeless vets, they thought about older guys with beards. That's no more. This is what they look like. They're young, and they just currently served. And but this is the new homeless veteran right here. They're mothers, fathers. They have children. There's families that live in cars. Not only that, but imagine going to battle assembly, which is drill for the Army Reserve, and you go put your uniform on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but on Monday you're living in a shelter or you're living in a car, and that's happening today. Anyways, bro.
One of the big issues that the military is having right now is the fact that they're not putting out this information to vets. Okay, when soldiers go to leave active duty, because I just left active duty back in September, October time frame. Okay, I'm retired now after 8 years of service. I was medically retired with PTSD and schizoaffective disorder. Okay, it's really hard for a vet to come off of active duty where we have a steady paycheck and we do this for a living, and then we come back and we don't know which way's up. That's the hardest part right there, figuring out where are we going to go? What are we going to do from here? They give us all these options. They have us make our resumes and stuff like that, but that doesn't guarantee us a job. We don't know where we're going to get a home. You know, I didn't. I left. I couldn't find a place to live. So I ended up couch surfing for like 3 months. You know, I went back to Oklahoma, couch surfed for like until December, and then I came back out here. Thankfully enough, I went to the VA and, you know, got in touch with their homeless outreach. You know, and they gave me 2 numbers. One was for that guy back there, Travis, and I ended up calling him, and he got me in touch with Joe and the rest of the vet hunters.
Hey, Travis, come
Yeah, I gotta suffer, you gotta suffer too.
here. Mel, step on this side. Come here,
Come
Mel.
on, Mel.
Alan.
Come on,
So-
Mel. Come on.
Here's the thing. We won't draw this out, but I want to give you the maximum effect. We're only as good as a team that we have. Everybody here has a capability of paying it forward or being able to do something. A lot of people want to help homeless Americans, but sometimes they don't know how. And we teach them how. There's a lot of organizations right now that will help out a homeless vet, but they're going to treat them like kids. They're going to put them in housing, and they're going to tell them at 9 o'clock you have curfew, and you can't have family here. And these are grown men to serve their country. You can't do that to these guys. You got to... So what we do in these houses that we have, it's vet-to-vet peer counseling. They take care of each other. And who better than to understand these guys and themselves? Melanie's a civilian. She's one of you guys that haven't served. But she says, listen, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to try. And any effort is better than no effort at all. So she did it, and then I got to tell you, our days are crazy. Our days are crazy because we run into people that the hospitals dump, that, I mean, they'll literally dump them off in the side of a liquor store in a wheelchair with no clothes. And we respond to that stuff. Hospitals right now don't know what to do with these homeless people. So they'll amputate their legs because they're diabetic. The next day, they're out in the streets. And they don't give you med because they can't. Who's going to pay the bill? So imagine getting your leg amputated, but then they dump you off. They pay a cab driver $100 and they tell them, go dump them off somewhere. And we've witnessed that. We've witnessed it, and we're going after these hospitals and telling them, nah, you better not do that. These are Americans that are doing it too. Travis, he's an Army veteran as well. And look, I'm not going to put his business out there, but he's an addict, right?
Yeah.
He's an addict. But he kicked them. And now he's using that experience to help other addicts, other veterans, other Vietnam vets that have been addicts, Iraq, Afghanistan. So everybody here brings a collective experience. And you know what? At the end of the day, we're tired. We'll put 20 hours sometimes, 20 hours. We're hungry, we're tired. Our whole weekend, we could be golfing, doing bowling, but nope, we're spending it with these guys. But you know what? It feels good. It feels good. It really does. It feels good because all these guys that are in this vet home except one, they're all in college now. Every one of them's in college. He's studying to be Homeland Security. The other guy's studying to be forensic science. One of our other Marines was living in a car just to go to college. He's now the valedictorian. Right? And he was living in a car, so unacceptable. But anyways, he's going to become a recording artist. They're real heroes. Whenever you guys see a sign and it says homeless vet, a lot of people, we're programmed to look the other direction. Sometimes you roll your window up, whatever, but it's not your fault because I did it for many years and these were vets too. I was too busy, right? I was too busy. So we started to find out that a lot of these guys that are holding signs, or a lot of guys that are vets, they were Purple Heart recipients, Silver Star recipients. Those are Bronze Star. Those are medals that they just don't give away. You gotta really, Purple Heart, you gotta get injured, shot, blown up, something. They're out there. Those guys are out there. So anyways, I'm glad you guys follow us. If you guys don't follow us, just like us on Facebook on the Vet Hunters Project. That's the real deal. I promise you, we don't make up not one thing. We always tell people, go out with us one day and you'll understand. We've had USC students go out. We've had people in 5-6 hours, they're wore out. They're like, man, how do you guys do this all day? I'm like, bro, we're not even done yet, man. We still got like 6-7 more hours. We found people missing. Well, it's crazy. We spent a lot of time. There was a guy, he's a retired deputy sheriff, also an Air Force vet. His daughter's a Marine. He's been missing for years. We spent hours hunting this guy down. And people are like, man, you guys must get paid good. Are you kidding me, man? We don't get paid. We don't do nothing. but enjoy what we do. But anyways, it feels so. I'm telling you all this so that you guys can understand what when we pull this ticket out. Really enjoy that vacation, but understand this: that what this money means to us is it's a solution. That's what that money is. As easy as you guys raised, well, it wasn't easy. It was hard, but because he told me how hard it was to raise it. But it's going to go into the bank account, and it's going to that quick. 100% down to the penny is going to go to these guys, and it's going to go to another house, and we're going to be placing vets like crazy. And other organizations are going to look at us and they're going to say, "How are you guys doing it?" Because, and I'm going to end it with this: we do it because in order to end homelessness, you got to go beyond 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Because if it's a homeless veteran issue, it's an American issue. Not only that, we don't only help out vets, we help out anybody. And if you help out vets, usually everything else falls into place. But that's why we do what we do, guys. So thank you, bro. I'm telling you, man, I really appreciate coming here. And the food was good, the pizza. Thanks for the hospitality, guys.
Thank you guys for showing up, you know, sharing your guys' stories so people can understand what we're actually doing here. You know, yeah, granted, it looks like it's a great trip to Fiji and stuff. Somebody gets to spend a nice vacation, but this is what we're trying to do is put out the information and show what's actually going on out there because, like he says, people turn the blind eye to everything that's going on. And my sister Monique, she's the one who brought this to me. And I want to recognize Monique for telling me everything. She's translating right now in sign language for those that can't hear right now. But Monique, my sister Vanessa, and our lovely friend Diana Aguilar, who's done a lot of work at places that I've never even thought of. This is the first time I've ever tried a fundraiser. I want to thank you, Diana, for doing all this stuff over at Bird's Place in Southgate. A lot of our tickets that are sold were over there in Southgate. You know, most of this came from you know, my family and people on Facebook and a couple of friends, but a lot of people that were beyond just our small circle, you know, was through Diana. Thank you very much. In total, we were able to raise $1,450 towards the Vet Hunter Project, and Diana wrote an extra, you know, personal letter through her company that has raised an extra $200. So in total, we've raised $1,650 to go towards the Vet Hunters Project, and this goes towards everybody who's participated. And I like to let Joe, the hard work that he does in and out, go ahead and pick the ticket for everybody who's participated. And I thank you guys. You guys should understand what's been, you know, what you guys have, or what you guys are doing with your small $5, $10. And for our big ticket riders like Chris over here, who's put about $200 into this. Thank you, Chris.
Come on, Joe.
God bless all your hearts for even the small things that you guys can put out there. You know, it's well worth it. Thank you, Joe. Thank you very much.
Thank you, I appreciate it, man.
And let's see who the winner is.
All right, they got to lift it that high, huh?
You can't see.
This one right here.
All right. And the winner is Lindsay Peterson. And she lives in Florida, a friend of mine in the Navy. She lives in Florida who have also spent great money to, I think she put $100 towards this. So Lindsay Peterson, you win the trip, and you can take anybody with you for up to 7 days. I'm sorry we can't pay for the travel, but you can go anywhere. I'm going to give you a list of places that you can go. And Lindsay Peterson, thank you very much for supporting the Vet Hunters Project, and hope you have a great vacation.
Hope they come out of your leaving.